Welcome to the Shadow Hour. You've seen the show, the pink suits, the children's games, the impossible odds. But what if it wasn't fiction? What if the real horror didn't stream on Netflix, but leaked from the shadows of places no one dares to look? Tonight, we tell the story of the games that inspired Squid Game, not a television script, a real, underground blood sport, hidden by governments, buried by time, and whispered through firewalled forums as Project Gambit. Let the game begin. In 2003, a forum called Deep Rules was taken offline. It was known for conspiracy threads, viral hoaxes, and ARGs. But one post stood out. It simply read, "They play for real in East Asia. 2003. Red light meant blood. I watched 11 people die. Only one walked out." Most users thought it was performance art, until the IP address was traced to Port Klang, Malaysia, a location infamous for human trafficking and illegal gambling. The post vanished within 24 hours, but screenshots circulated in underground archives. One had a photo, a grainy image of masked men in red uniforms standing around a giant chalk circle. Not actors, no production lights, no crew, just a camera and a game. In 2005, someone leaked 13 seconds of a camcorder clip to a darknet hub called Black Tape. It showed a warehouse, a circle on the floor, a dozen people in street clothes, 3 masked figures in red, and a sudden shout in Korean, "Mugung wa kochi pieot seum nida." That's red light, green light. One player moved when they shouldn't have. The gunshot was real. So was the blood. The clip was removed the same night, but not before being mirrored across Onion links, Russian archives, and eventually YouTube for less than 2 hours. Commenters claimed it was a short film, but audio analysis later revealed a second voice, off mic. Someone saying, "This isn't practice. We start again at dawn." In 2011, a woman named Anya came forward anonymously. She claimed she'd been recruited into a game in Thailand at the age of 17, offered $10,000 to play 6 children's games. What she wasn't told was that there would only be one winner, and the losers would never leave. Anya described the first challenge, jump rope, with a wire cable. She had to survive 10 jumps. She said 2 players tripped. Both lost their fingers. The final game, she was forced to push a friend off a platform suspended over a pit of spikes. She still hears her scream in her sleep. "They let me go because I was the best liar," she said in the interview. "They said they liked my potential." Her story was picked up by a Thai paper. The article vanished within days. The editor was found dead of natural causes at 34. There's one phrase that repeats in every leaked document, every forum post, every theory: Project Gambit. It appears in redacted documents allegedly stolen from a CIA substation in Seoul. Declassified in 2017, buried in a trove of unrelated drug files. One document says, "Funding of psychological warfare trials under codename Project Gambit. Participants sourced from debt recovery operations, youth detention centers, and undocumented refugee camps. Survivors enter Program Echo or are erased." Analysts say the file may be fake, but why redact a fake? The file is signed off by a name that also appears in the Netflix production credits for Squid Game, a liaison, a consultant who once worked in Bangkok during the early 2000s. A 2020 independent investigation cross-referenced missing persons data with locations of alleged underground games. It revealed a disturbing pattern. Between 1998 and 2018, over 2,000 people vanished across Asia, all within 20 miles of locations known for illegal gambling operations. In Taiwan, 3 teen runaways. In Cambodia, a tour group that missed their bus. In Seoul, a dozen debtors who defaulted on loans. Interpol dismissed the trend as coincidence, but a former analyst said off record, "Every war has its battlefield." Gambit found theirs in silence. Then came 2020. A TikTok appeared. A shaky video of a warehouse in Los Angeles. A man whispers frantically, "This isn't a game. They're really doing it. I lost round 1. There are red lights, masked figures, a scream in the background. The video reached 8 million views in 2 hours. Then it disappeared. The creator's account was suspended. His name, Miles Trenton. 3 days later, Miles was found dead in a storage unit in Compton. Cause of death, asphyxiation by duct tape. The report ruled it a suicide, but the storage unit contained 3 red suits, a box of marbles, and a white envelope with the phrase, "Round 2 begins soon." Here's where it gets worse. A theory emerged in 2021 that the Squid Game show itself wasn't just inspired by real events, it was created to cover them up, a controlled narrative, a sanitization. Make the truth so entertaining, so stylized, that if the real videos leaked again, no one would believe them. A former set designer for the show claimed they were given very specific design instructions, including elements that had no relevance to the plot. Make the stairs twist like a maze. Use exactly 456 beds. Place 1 doll in the middle of an open field. She said the crew felt watched. By the time the show aired, 3 separate leaks had emerged again on Korean forums. All were taken down. One showed the exact same doll in footage time-stamped 2002. Last year, someone claiming to be a former player posted a final message to a darknet forum. It read, "We don't leave unless we win. I was player 141. My debt was real. So was the blood. You think it's over because you saw it on Netflix. But the game didn't end, it just got better funding." Underneath that message, a link. It led to a live stream, a dark room, a card on the table. A hand reaches into frame and flips it. Circle, triangle, square. The screen cuts to black. You wanted a game, now you're in it. Project Gambit wasn't fiction. It was a system, a solution to debt, to crime, to desperation, and the price of playing was silence. But silence doesn't last forever. The show distracted you, but the missing haven't come back. The footage didn't disappear, and the game is still running. Maybe not in Seoul, maybe not in LA, but somewhere, another player just picked up their card, and someone else just bet their life. Welcome to round 1. You watched the story. Now ask yourself, did you just enjoy a game, or did you just help spread it? This was the Shadow Hour.